Arts in Asia. When Asian civilizations in Asia flourishing trade become a very important activities in process of establishment trade relationship among the Asian countries. They starting sharing these countries in belief system. Chinese art. China become one of the oldest civilizations in Asia, has a rich history when it comes to culture in the arts. Most of their culture and even religions beliefs and practice are represented through different artworks. In the present context, China is at the front of economic development. Its booming economy was led to its modernization. In addition, history shows that China has been at the leading edge of development, especially in terms of culture development and habitat of China. In the past, they're able to produce primitive artist works. Porcelain case in China. Porcelain is the one of the commonly used item to make collaborative ornament such as cases and jar. Some artifacts from excavation state show enchantment works of the Chinese in these porcelain cases. This can be attributed to the traditional of passing down of artistic from the one generation to the next. Just like most Chinese artworks, to the focal point of this basis devote the centered theme, nature. They believe that the man that internal parts of the nature ensuring that there is a certain balance it in. But parts of their culture is emphasize a form of social life giving importance to communities in interaction among people. In addition, some of the common overarching theme of Chinese artworks include everyday activities, joy and violence, death and nature. It can be also noted that Chinese artwork are influenced with a lot of symbolism. Arts become as avenues from the artist to convey this reflection of the things he is aware of. It is a customary from the ancient Chinese people to show respect from their ancestor and different relatives.
Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, everyone. My name is John Marknokos, and this report is all about the arts in Asia. Japan was initially influenced by China in terms of the arts. Later on, they opened themselves to the Western world, allowing for the infusion of East and West. Both Chinese and Japanese artworks are concrete manifestation of their cultural identity as a people. Art in Japan has undergone a series of transitions in a periodization from being an isolated nation to that of embracing Western influences and modernization. Japan has transitioned into a modern cultural mixing pot. China also influenced Japan in terms of paintings. After the 14th century, Japan isolated itself from the rest of the world, which is effect gave them the avenue to let their culture flourish. The Japanese style of painting lend toward abstract and naturalistic handling. In essence, the artist is given the free rein for his work, which had more room for spontaneity and individuality. Many artists focused on individual portraits, elements of nature, and sense from everyday life in creating their artworks. Although the Chinese influenced them, the Japanese adopted a more minimalist take on their paintings.
Good afternoon, everyone. As for now, we talked about Philippine arts. Philippine arts was a product of several periods in history, spanning from the pre-colonial period to the contemporary times. Depending on a given context, art in the Philippines has served various uses from everyday living, the expression of belief system and advocacies through throughout in Philippines history, spanning from the pre-colonial period to the contemporary periods. Different art forms have emerged in the Philippines art scene. Before the colonizer came to the Philippines, ethnic minorities have used art not only for daily activities but also for religious ritual and practices. More art, most art forms used by ethnic communities include pottery, weaving and carving, and the use of metalwork and jewelry. Thank you. Okay, the second peak, Itaosog and Maranao. Itaosog and Maranao, people are known for their ukir, which are designs applied to their wood carvings. Their common subject include the Sarimanok Naga and the Fakor Rabong. Each subject is a representation for certain them or motif, but generally this symbol depict their beliefs as a people. The Sarimanok is stylized design of a mythical bird either standing on a fish or holding a piece of fish on its beak. The story of the Sarimanok was a central figure to a number of legends. One narrative tells the origin of the word Sarimanok. A sultan of Lanao once drew party for his daughter named Sari, who was beautiful but seemed unhappy with her situation on the day of her party. A rooster crashed and the princess ran off with the rooster. She was never found in memory of Sari. The Sultan curbed a rooster